Hello and welcome to another episode of Andy and Cat Make. Today we are making beer can chicken, which involves putting this into this into this. Let's get started. So, first steps, what do we need? We need a rub for the chicken. So, we're going to be using salt, pepper, granulated garlic, onion powder, cayenne pepper, chipotle, and paprika. Let's put it in a bowl. So now we've got the rub made, now it's time to put it on the chicken. Okay, so the next step is to rub the chicken. So look at what a fine bird this is. Absolutely beautiful bird. So I've slid down a little bit of olive oil and just help the rub stick, and I've got my handy rub shaker here. So I'm just going to start applying the rub. Time warp. So now the chicken's rubbed down, it's time to move on to the next step, which is preparing the beer. We only need about half a can for this, so I'm disposing of it in the best way I know how, which is drinking it. So on to the next step. So for the smoking, we're going to use hickory today. This is unfortunately my last chunk of hickory. Beautiful piece of wood. It's far too big for smoking, but I can't really be bothered splitting it. The smoking time is probably only going to be about an hour and a half, something like this, so this won't burn. I'll be lucky if we see about a third of this burning. I'm also using my newish charcoal briquettes, these are really interesting. These are made from coconut shell. These are really designed for smokers. What's really interesting about them is they're cubic. Let's see if we can get that into the light for you. So these burn long and slow, and they burn very predictably, that just kind of means that your smoker shouldn't suffer as many variations in temperature as using other fuels. I've been through a whole bunch of different fuels, different briquettes and things like this. I was using a hog roast one for a long time, but it just burns too cold and it's really difficult to keep up to temperature. I've done one smoke in these and they've been really good so far. So we'll give them another go today and see how that goes. Cheers. Now the fire's lit, we'll just put the wood in there and kind of surround it with the charcoal a bit and then close this up. Now we've inserted the beer can into the bird on the holder, as you can see. You can't really see the beer, but trust me, it's there. And the next thing is, we'll just wait for the smoke to come up to temperature. We're 178 Fahrenheit now, we're in for about 250, and then we can start smoking it. So while the chicken is smoking, we're going to make some cornbread. So we've got a cast iron skillet on the heat here, on a high heat. We've got the oven preheated to 220 Celsius. And we have some cornmeal, plain flour, baking soda, baking powder, some eggs, some buttermilk, and some butter that we're going to use to make the cornbread. So we're going to get this pan up to temperature, put the butter in, get it all melted, pour it straight into the mix here. Make a batter, back into the skillet, into the oven for about 25 minutes. So, here we go. Okay, so we've melted the butter into the skillet. We're now going to put this into the batter. And then give that a quick whisk around. Thank you, Catherine, here. And then back into the skillet. And then that's going straight in the oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. All right. So. Then 4 hours later, there we go. One smoked chicken, cornbread, and Catherine's amazing slaw. Enjoy.